Now, let's talk about Arsenal. Well, this was a game that we thought was a for concluded matter. We thought there was no way about it. I mean, and this is why I usually say that look, the group stage of the Champions League is a different tournament to the knockout stage. Liverpool was the best team in the group stage last season. They were one of the first teams to be knocked out in the round of 16. An Arsenal that during the group stage had defeated Bayern Munich, had defeated Atlético Madrid, had defeated Inter Milan, even when they didn't need the game, had defeated Inter Milan. There are so many other top teams. All are thought would make a light work of Bayer Leverkusen. But then yesterday, when that goal went in, there was a song that kept coming to my mind. One day Bushmeat go catch the hunter. And yesterday it felt like Bushmeat caught them because a team that we thought was going to have corners and they were Bayer Leverkusen was going to struggle keeping up with Arsenal's corner. It turned out to be Bayer Leverkusen scoring Arsenal via corner kick.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the game was actually very interesting. Leading up to the game, the Bayer Leverkusen admin had posted no corner kicks allowed on their page. So it was a very interesting one leading up to the game. But then I think also the Bayer Leverkusen manager was asked about the corner kicks, and he also said maybe they have their own specialty. And in the game as well, I just feel Arsenal, they were not up to scratch in the game. They didn't play.
But they're one of the luckiest teams because that penalty number one I feel is 50-50.
Yeah,
I believe Madueke made a whole mountain out of
Madueke died.
I mean, it was surprising that the VR did not even send him to the screen because the guy slid quite alright, but the guy retracted his legs, and if there was any contact at all, it was minimal. It was not enough to send him up to break a tumbling like that.
Madueke reacted to that little touch.
I think it was more like they left it to the referee. So actually, it was a call that if the referee gave it, if he didn't give it, they would have said it's okay. If he gave it, they have said okay, they were fine. VR were fine with it. But then I feel that penalty, if it was in the Premier League, it won't be given as well. I feel it won't be given as well. But then for us now, like you said, they were very, very lucky. Saka wasn't even up to strike.
I mean, I'm not sure he was injured.
He got hooked.
They just had to take him out of that game.
It was bad. It
was not in the game.
He wasn't in the game.
I mean, Madueke actually did a whole lot better.
Yes.
There was a time that Saka was played as number 10 for Madueke to start. Maybe Ateta should start considering going back to that.
Because where would you put Eze?
And if it backfires, who's going to take the brunt?
So keep starting Saka or put him on the bench.
You might need to do the big thing I did against Spurs, like Eze and Odegaard. Maybe start. Like, I think Odegaard was not fit yesterday, so he didn't follow them. But at some point, he was starting Eze over Odegaard. So you might need to do that same thing, that bold decision. Start Madueke over Saka. But don't forget, Saka just signed a new contract.
So, I mean, you're supposed to encourage him. He's the highest earner now at Arsenal. You can't put your highest paid player on the bench, for Madueke. But then, whatever happens, it was still a good result for Arsenal. Emirates Stadium will expect Arsenal to, do justice to this.
Do justice.
Yeah. The Emirates Stadium.
Let me chip this in. And I'll generalize this for every EPL teams that is in the Champions League. They have to up their game in the second leg.
I mean, we'll get there. Let's just quickly do the roundup of the games, and then let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur. Well, there are few teams that do not experience new manager bounce. I mean, if there is anything, of course, there is that is called new manager bounce. I think what we should be calling what is happening at Tottenham right now is new manager crash. Because Thomas Frank was still losing, winning, drawing some games, and he was still
from fry pan to fire.
And then they said, Thomas Frank is not good enough. They fired him, brought in Gotudo. Gotudo has been in charge of 4 games now, and he has lost 4. And this particular one against Atlético Madrid. Excuse me, what was he thinking? I mean, we have all been watching Tottenham Hotspur this season, right? And one thing we can definitely say is the fact that their goalkeeper, Guillermo Vicario, has been one of the best players, if not the best player for Tottenham Hotspur this season. And he has been the one still saving them and still they have been in 19th or 20th right now. If Guillermo Vicario was not making some saves and to keep them in the game this season, and then he got thinks to himself, this is definitely the biggest game of the season. Quarter-final Champions League. Away from home at the Wanda Metropolitano, a 22-year-old goalkeeper that was yet to start a Champions League game in his career. He gave his Champions League debut at the Wanda Metropolitano against Atlético Madrid, against Alvarez, against Lukman, against Griezmann. I felt like Ugotudo set this guy up.
I mean, I don't know what was going through his mind prior to the game. Maybe he felt okay. He wants to change things. He wants to send bench Vicario.
This is the kind of game to do that kind of experiment.
I mean, I'm trying to wonder why he actually benched.
He's not being serious.
And then brought in Kinski, and for a goalkeeper for Kinski, and when he first came to Tottenham Hotspur, he actually did very well for them. But then he left out for this is a goalkeeper that has not played in God knows how long.
I don't think he has started more than 2 games so far this season.
He hasn't played.
And then he threw him into the deep end at the Wanda Metropolitano away in the Champions League.
We know this is Metropolitano. The fans are loud, and he's facing the likes of Griezmann, Alvarez, Adonai Lukman in attack. These guys will try and pressure him.
Players that he most likely only sees on TV. I mean, this guy was brought in from Australia.
So I don't feel like maybe probably the fear was what actually happened. He made the first mistake quite all right. I think
the second one was the one No, the second mistake, it was 3 goals in 15 minutes. The first one was his mistake. He
passed to Lukman.
He passed to Lukman, and then the second one was Van der Ven sleeping, and then
the third one
was he passed to Alvarez and then slipped.
Even if he didn't, there's nothing he could have done again.
How will someone sleep?
Maybe he rushed.
I saw a news where they said it's the tradition of Atlético Madrid to always overweight their pitch. Maybe that's the reason why they were.
No, that one looked like okra water.
Maybe it was okra water.
And honestly, what it did, I know. Okay, yeah, your goalkeeper has made 2 errors. Okay, you decide. Okay, you want to remove the goalkeeper.
Was it even the right decision? So because at the end of the day, sometimes you tell yourself, look, can it get worse? And sometimes you try to protect the goalkeeper, because now it happened on Tuesday. Like for the rest of the week, Kinski has been probably the number 1 talked about goalkeeper in the world. Substituted after 70 minutes.
They asked twice there as well.
Didn't he make him a target by substituting? Maybe he have just allowed after to reach. It was already 70 minutes. He cannot reach 6 before half time now. I feel like something did him in that 17th minute. Just makes it even worse.
Even the Diaz came out to tweet. So even the Diaz that we know that okay, yeah, he's a good goalkeeper, but then he also has his errors as well. Came out to tweet in support of Kinski. That shows you how bad it was. Okay, he substituted.
Bad his performance was all, but the fact that he was substituted.
I think the fact that he was substituted at that minute, and the fact that he didn't even acknowledge his goalkeeper at all.
He just walked. He just ignored him and
he didn't acknowledge his goalkeeper. I think that's very, very bad.
He should be encouraging him and patting him on the back.
And the effect of actions like that on the team generally is going to say a lot, because how do you start a game as a coach and you put your players on the pitch and they start playing, and the 17th minute you decide to remove one of them? That shows probably that injury. That shows probably you don't know what you were doing before the game.
He has accepted the failure.
This is not the first time coaches make mistakes. Coaches make mistakes. It's possible you start a game and you notice one of your players is not.
But you wait till after.
But you can't just remove. You have to wait till after.
I think right now there are even reports that some of the players are not even happy with him.
It's going to destroy
he practically, sorry to say, but I feel like he has practically destroyed the career.
Throwing the keeper under the bus
of that player. And funny enough, he was not the reason why it was 3 goals to nothing. To be sincere to the
we have won the game.
Well, one of the errors was not from.
Yes, we would have won the game.
Why didn't he remove Mickey Madivell too?
Yes, now.
Mickey Madivell also sleep.
It's not as if you are going to beat Atlético in that game now. Even with you not starting that goalkeeper.
I mean, even his some of his starting 11, So it was wrong. I mean, why didn't you start Solanke? Why did you just? Why did you start?
See, is it because Colomwani played for him at Juventus? Why does he
Of
continue
course,
to
that
play
would have been one of
this
the
young
reasons.
man?
I
He tried him as number 9, didn't work. He tried him on the left, it didn't work. Now he's trying him on the right. Masu playing.
I don't know what Mane has done to
You saw the right winger, Bernard Johnson, mid-season, only to be playing under Colomwani as a right winger. What?
I don't even know what Colomani has done to all these coaches that they keep on starting him ahead of players that I feel they should be starting over him. I mean, after that World Cup, he hasn't really done anything. He has gone to Juventus.
He was lucky after that World Cup. He still got a move to PSG.
Changing clothes every 3 market days.
And he has a Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know what he has done.
And then he started at Astel. I mean, what was this guy thinking?
He was just trying to shake things up, just doing this randomly.
I think that was done and dusted. There's nothing that will happen at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
That's it.
And this is actually the first time that I feel it's realistically Tottenham can actually get relegated. Do you think they'll survive, especially with this wave of losses?
I still see them surviving. I don't
because
see...
Nottingham Forest and West Ham will be worse than this.
No,
I don't even see Nottingham Forest. We saw what Nottingham Forest played against Man City.
Yeah.
We saw what West Ham did against Manchester United. Espirito Santos West Ham. I don't see both Nottingham Forest and West Ham being worse than this Tottenham Hotspur team I'm seeing. Realistically, I think they can't get relegated.
What may I feel is the fact that they still have some big players in there. My big words might not get them relegated. 4
games in a row now that those big players have not rescued even a point for them.
Depends on their opposition for the remaining.
Their next game is Liverpool at Anfield.
They are not going to survive.
Nah, they're not even getting 1 point from Anfield.
Okay, all right, well, it is what it is.
And they almost got relegated last season. Do you know, last season they finished maybe 16 or
16th, just 2 places above relegation.
2 places above relegation. So maybe they can do this.
Maybe this is the year where they finally achieved it. We have done 4 English teams now, and so far none of them have won their first leg. We are going somewhere.